Another beautiful day in the Golden State today. So this video is going to carry on from 2 weeks ago, where I had asked a question on whether this should be considered a pond or a tank. And Merck left a comment that we should consider it a tank because a pond generally would be self-sustaining. And since I'm doing weekly water changes, that I should consider it a tank. And I think that's pretty interesting. And it's been rolling around in the back of my head for a couple of weeks. Last week we did the video on changing out the filter, and I started thinking about proper biological filtration for the tank and started researching what would be the best way to go about it, and realized that my video last week was full of mistakes and I probably shouldn't have done it how I did it. So this week I'm going to take the filter out again and make some changes to improve the biological filtration. Yep. Here's the change we're going to make. We're going to go with kitchen pot scrubbers instead of biological media, which I used last week. That was my mistake. The biological media, the ceramic media, correction, is not as good as a biological filtration as these are. There is a website that I found called aquariumsites.org where David has gone through a review on filtration, particularly biological filtration, and has found that these are very significantly better than these. So we're going to change it out. We're going to leave these because these are from Fluval, the originals. They're 30 ppi pores per inch, which is great. So these are very good. We're going to keep them, and already they'll start building back up that biological funk, which is needed and which I cleaned out, which I won't do going forward. These are a little bit more, these are certainly more colorful. Not that it matters, but they're inexpensive and they'll do a better job. And I do have the 6 still running, the FX6, so we can make the changes with no risk of a bacteria bloom, so I'm not worried about that. That filter's been running for years, very well established, and it can take care of the tank. Let's get these in here. 4, 6, 8, I got 10, 12, 14, I can get 15 in here in each one, and 15. All right, so that is good. Just gonna leave this as it is. But this time I'm gonna get these right. That was embarrassing to get them wrong last time. Anyways, there we go. Let's get the filter back together. So anyways, that was a quick change. I did not add anything else other than the pot scrubbers. Seems funny to use them, but supposedly they will work very well. Then the rest of these I will not be using. And hopefully this will be sufficiently biologically filtered to move it into, as Mark would say, the pond category versus the tank, because if I can get this biologically resolved, then I don't have to do as many water changes, or I don't have to do any. So anyways, we'll see how this works. That was the filter change, and going with this versus that, hopefully that will make a difference in biological filtration with this tank. Flower looking good. Everything else is looking great. The rose mallow, it's getting crazy. It's about 8 feet tall now. All the plants are doing great. Summertime. So yeah, looks good. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, or if you want to see anything, if you're curious, always looking for ideas on next video. Be glad to help out. Try to find something that's interesting to you too.